AC generator. So AC generator is a device which convert mechanical energy into electrical energy. Generally, whenever there is a power problem in your home or in any workplace, we used to keep a generator. What the generator will do? The generator will convert mechanical energy into electrical energy. In order to convert mechanical energy, we need some fuel like diesel, which is kept inside the generator. So the mechanical energy is converted into electrical energy. Here, the diesel in the generator is used to rotate the armature present between the pole pieces of a strong magnet, so that based on the principle of electromagnetic induction, induced current is produced in the coil, that is the armature. Let us see how the construction and the working of an AC generator. That is a north pole and south pole of a horseshoe magnet or strong magnet. Now I am going to consider a rectangular coil having n number of turns. Let PQRS be the rectangular coil having n number of turns. Now this PQRS will act as armature. One end of the armature is connected to a slip ring named R1. A carbon brush is attached to the slip ring R1. The other end of the armature is connected to another slip ring R2. The carbon brush B2 is fixed to the slip ring R2. Now, a load is connected between the two carbon brushes B1 as well as B2. Here load is nothing but it may be your home, it may be your workplace. That is the axis of rotation of the coil. So here if you see, I am going to move this coil in anti-clockwise direction. Now this is how you are going to apply the force on the coil. Now who is going to apply the force here? Actually the diesel which is present in the generator will apply force so that it will make the coil to rotate between the pole pieces of a strong magnet. Now if you apply Fleming's right hand rule, stretch your three fingers, the forefinger, the middle finger and the thumb. The thumb represents the direction of the force applied on the side of the armature, that is along the arm PQ. So keep your thumb along the arm PQ and keep your forefinger towards south, because the magnetic field lines are going to move from north to south. Now if you stretch your middle finger, it represents the direction of current. The middle finger is going to point towards Q. That is the direction of induced current. In the same way, you can also apply the Fleming's right hand rule along the arm RS, so that you will have the direction of induced current from R to S. So this is how the induced current is produced by rotating the armature in between the strong pole pieces of a magnet, so that you are going to get the alternating current. So this is how we are going to convert the mechanical energy into electrical energy. AC generator or AC dynamo, it is also called as a dynamo. In olden days we used to have dynamo lights for bicycle, or alternator is a device which convert mechanical energy into alternating current, that is electrical energy. So what is the principle actually? As I mentioned earlier, AC generator is based on the principle of electromagnetic induction. What is the construction? There are 5 parts are there. One is a field magnet with poles north and south. Second one is armature, that is nothing but the coil PQRS, slip rings R1 and R2, brushes B1 and B2, and the load. Load is nothing but it may be your home or it may be your workplace. What is the working? Let the armature be rotated in such a way that the arm PQ goes down and Rs comes up from the plane of the diagram. Induced EMF and hence current is set up in the coil. How can we determine? By using Fleming's right hand rule, the direction of current is PQRS R2 B2 B1 R1 P. That is the direction. After half the rotation of the coil, that means if you rotate the coil by 180 degree, the arm PQ comes up and RS goes down into the plane of the diagram as shown in the second picture. By Fleming's right hand rule, the direction of current is PR1 B1 B2 R2 SR QP. If one way of current is taken positive, the reverse current is taken negative because it is an alternating current. Therefore, the current is said to be alternating and the corresponding wave is sinusoidal. So, whenever you have a sinusoidal wave can be represented either by using sine function or cosine function as we discussed in the beginning of the chapter. So, what is the theory behind this? Uniform magnetic field, which is represented by B bar. I'm going to rotate the coil in anti-clockwise direction. So whenever I'm going to rotate the coil in anti-clockwise direction, you can see the direction of induced current is along PQRS. That is n cap, which is nothing but the normal vector of the plane of the coil, that is PQRS. So always normal vector is represented perpendicular to the area of the coil. Now if you see, the normal vector, that is area vector, and the magnetic field are making an angle theta with respect to one another. So if you use the formula flux, because the magnetic field lines are passing through this area, that is PQRS, so whenever the magnetic field lines are passing through this, magnetic flux will be there. So the magnetic flux is nothing but NBA cos theta. Actually it is B bar dot A bar for one turn, N B bar dot A bar for n turns. So B bar dot A bar is nothing but BA cos theta. So NBA cos theta. This is a magnetic flux. At time t, the angular velocity omega is represented as theta equal to omega t. At t equal to 0, loop is assumed to be perpendicular to the magnetic field and theta is equal to 0. That means this normal vector will coincide with respect to the magnetic field. Now phi equal to NBA cos omega t, because theta is replaced with respect to omega t. Differentiating with respect to time, because EMF is nothing but what? d phi by dt minus d phi by dt, which we have learnt in EMI, that is Faraday law of electromagnetic induction. So whenever you are going to differentiate with respect to time, this equation, you are going to have d phi by dt is equal to derivative of NBA is a constant here, derivative of cos omega t is nothing but minus sin omega t into omega. So the total expression becomes minus NBA omega sin omega t. As EMF is equal to minus d phi by dt, so E equal to NBA omega sin omega t. Now here NBA omega is taken as E naught, which is the maximum EMF. So if you want to represent the sinusoidal wave here at different time intervals, so you're going to have the alternating current.